Lizard people. It's a conspiracy theory that has existed for as long as conspiracy theories have existed. There are many variations of this delusion, but generally it refers to a made-up species of lizard-like humanoid beings that control not just the government, but the world. Some claim that they live beneath the surface of the earth in a series of complex passageways and dwellings, while others believe they're right in front of us, camouflaged as everyday, regular humans. All of this is obviously nonsense, and if you believe in any of this, then the truth is that you're delusional, and I would encourage you to stop watching this video and to seek mental health treatment. Seriously, if you believe this crap, don't comment because I won't read it. Go seek help. Conspiracy theories never truly change, they're simply recycled and refined. Some specifics will vary, but they all consist of the same themes. That is, that there is some insidious and evil, all-powerful group controlling the day-to-day life of all of humanity, and that there are hidden signs and messages that, if interpreted a specific way, reveal the truth. The individuals targeted by conspiracy theories are those who are susceptible to the phenomenon of illusory correlation, or perceiving a relationship between things when in reality no relationship exists. Experiencing delusional thinking is in the same venue, and oftentimes these individuals are also seeking to fulfill a need, such as an answer for a purpose to their existence. Overall, conspiracy theorists are insecure, lonely, and terrified individuals. Enter the QAnon conspiracy theory. QAnon is like every other conspiracy theory, nonsensical crap about a satanic cabal of all-powerful people who not only control the government but hurt children. QAnon was inspired by an anonymous asshole who played right into the fears and needs of those individuals I mentioned earlier. Next thing you know, an entire political wing of our government was overtaken by stupidity and lunacy, and is still overtaken today. However, the story of QAnon is one I will tell another day. This story is about Matthew Taylor Coleman. Matthew Taylor Coleman is a 40-year-old surf instructor who is residing in Santa Barbara, California. He and his wife founded the Love Water Surf School in 2011, and from the outside, everything about their life seemed beautiful. Owners of a successful business in a sunny and warm California landscape, spending your days on the water, getting paid to enjoy a passion that you love, what could go wrong? If family, friends, and even strangers had paid attention to Matthew's behavior and words early on, they would have captured the glimpses of delusion that he so obviously experienced prior to anything terrible happening. On October 2nd, 2020, Matthew posted on his Instagram an ode to the birth of his daughter, Roxy. In this post, he describes feelings and visions about her destiny. Within the post, he states, "While waiting for her to come, I kept feeling this sense that she was going to be born at a very pivotal time in history and that she would represent a dawn or even awakening to years of great blessing for our family and nation." Another picture that came to me was of God reaching down into a riverbed and picking up a small stone, examining it intently. Just as David had done before slaying Goliath, God examined the stone and was confident that it was just the perfect one for the battle. Although it was small, smooth, and somewhat harmless looking, he knew that it would become great when placed into the palm of a skilled hand. My declaration over Roxy Rain is that she has been hand-picked by God to slay the giants in the land, that she has been born with everything she needs to fully accomplish God's plan for her life, and that she will be a great blessing wherever she goes. If in reading this your conclusion is something along the lines of, well, he just sounds like a deeply religious person, then you're naive. Religion is a delusion, by its very definition. I will cede that there are varying extremes of the delusion of religion, but any individual who believes that they are receiving visions or messages from some divine presence, or that the divine presence is intervening in their everyday life, well, they're extremely deluded. There are more posts that are evidence of Matthew being prone to illusory correlations and experiencing delusions, and at the time of this video, his Instagram is still public if you'd like to view them yourself. The further you go back in his Instagram post history, the less obvious these delusions become. And so that begs the question, did something change? Enter, again, the QAnon conspiracy theory. At some point, Matthew became involved with the QAnon conspiracy theory, the beliefs of which directly supported his delusions of religion. It's no coincidence that some of the rhetoric of QAnon is that Donald Trump was chosen by God, or that those challenging Trump are acolytes of Satan. Conspiracy theories feed off of illusory correlations, and convicted religious belief makes us vulnerable to just that. This would have been a gradual escalation. Matthew would have had a fleeting interest that would slowly absorb him into a convicted Q believer. And apparently, as has happened with every conspiracy theory, more conspiracy theories seep their way into QAnon. One being that the satanic cabal of enemies seeking to take down Trump and controlling the government are, in actuality, lizard people. Matthew shares many posts that reflect positively on his children. They express deep love and admiration for them. The sad and disturbing truth, though, is that the delusions that conspiracy theories feed off of at times become more powerful than love. On August 7th, 2021, Matthew took his two children, Khaleo, 2 years old, and Roxy, 10 months old, and disappeared. That day, his wife alerted authorities to his disappearance and the fact that he was not answering his phone. On Sunday, August 8th, 2021, police and Matthew's wife used the Find My Phone app to track Matthew's phone, which was located in Rosarito, Mexico. On Monday, August 9th, 2021, at 1 p.m., Matthew Taylor Coleman was stopped at the United States-Mexico border attempting to re-enter the U.S., but his children were nowhere to be found. It was then that he admitted to authorities that he had killed his children in Rosarito, Mexico. He had fired a spear gun into each of their chests and left their bodies there to be discovered by authorities. His reason? He had received visions that made him believe that his children had inherited serpent DNA from his wife, a reference to the lizard people conspiracy. The idiots who believe that crap not even realizing that a serpent is a snake, not a freaking lizard. He admitted he knew it was wrong, but that it was necessary to, quote-unquote, save the world, because his children were going to turn into monsters. Matthew Taylor Coleman is the true monster, though, deluded by other monsters who create echo chambers of their delusions online. This is early into the discovery of these murders and this case, so I'm sure more information will come to light in time. I do, though, find it hard to believe that no one who knew Matthew didn't notice warning signs prior to these murders. And though I'm sure there are those that did, I'm even more certain that the cowards would admit to it out of shame that they stood by and did nothing. Conspiracy theories are the story of insecurity, loneliness, and fear. So long as we ignore them, coddle the believers as if they're victims, and shy away from strongly rebuking their beliefs, it's the innocent, like young children, who will continue to pay the price.
We are following just a heartbreaking story impacting both sides of our border. A surf school owner with ties to San Diego is now accused of murdering his two toddlers.
It's so young. It's just so hard to hear. News 8's Chris Groh joining us live in San Ysidro now, and you've been staying on top of the latest developments. So what details do you have now, Chris?
And Matthew Taylor Coleman, that is this man's name, the 40-year-old in federal custody right now. He was actually arrested trying to cross back into the United States.